Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your host, Alan Maldonado, and this is another episode of Mal 20 Mindset. Man, I got an incredible longtime friend, just phenomenal actor, just phenomenal runner. Ryan Lagod, welcome to the show, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. Thank
Listen,
you.
man, good seeing you, man. Just seeing your running photos and images across the Instagram is just brings joy to my heart. Being that we've known each other for acting for decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
That's a long time.
Yeah, decades, and to see you into running and me as well is sort of the evolution of us as human beings, man. Just shows why I've always loved you as a person and as an actor and just as a human being. So let's because I don't know this. Like I said, I know the sort of the acting journey, but the running journey is something different. Like where did it all begin? Like where did running first start for you?
I think probably similar to you is like I played basketball forever.
Mhm.
So it was just
Mhm.
basketball, like up into college, bit small D3 for a short stint. And it was really like I would always run on the side to just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I liked it and it was good and it kept you in shape. I was like not fast laterally and could shoot. And I was like, well, if my cardio is better than everyone, then I'll get to play.
Right.
And I
Right.
can, if I'm good in the fourth quarter, then great. And so I would just run a lot. So I always did that. My dad was a big runner.
Mhm.
And then it started being like turkey trots with my dad. Like he would
Okay.
want to do them
Okay.
as he got older in his 60s and then 70s. He's like, I think I can break this time. I'm like, why? You don't need to, man. Like, you've done it.
Like you done it. Like
Yeah.
who are
He's
you
like, he's
proving
like,
this to? Right.
yeah. He's like, no, we're gonna break this time. So I would go and like pace him to do it.
Yeah.
And then in those races I was like, well, I wonder like how fast I could go still. And
Right.
if
Right.
I could
Right.
get going. And so it was a little bit of that and then had two kids pretty much back to back in COVID, like right in the middle of 2020 and then
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
at like 2022. And I was like, well, I can't go play ball. I can't see any of my friends. I'll get my 45 minutes alone. We'll be running. And I really started running all the time. Then it was 2024. I was like, I got to do a marathon. I got to see if I can do it
So
and
let's
if
talk
I can
about that. Let's talk
train.
about that. What was the thing? What was the moment? Like was it, the turkey trot race where you came in close to be like, what was the thing that was like, oh, I want to run 26.2 miles?
For me, it was just a challenge. Like, can I run 26.2 miles? Like, I know I can run 6. I can run a 10K. I can do that. But like could I like train it and like really really run it? Like
Yeah.
not stop just go and be like can I do and I was like really interested in the idea of training for something again.
Okay.
Really putting everything into a race and on my first not a time necessarily just
Just to
do
complete it.
26.2, yeah, complete
Right.
that marathon.
So what did training teach you? Like what did part like again, that is always the training is always the tough part. The race day is great, but training,
Hmm.
what did training teach you? Because you've ran 6, but training for a marathon is a little more intense. What did it teach you?
One, that I could just go beyond the limits I thought.
Mm.
And then two, I got in my first training block for a marathon, I got hurt, tore my labrum in my hip, which is apparently it hurts so badly. Like there was a point where I couldn't walk really. Like if I took a step the wrong way, it would all shut
Man.
down. So my marathon was in November. End of August, I started feeling like kind of this click when I was running, when I was jogging,
Yeah.
I was trying to push through. And then like early September, I'm like, I can barely walk on this thing, and I definitely can't
Wow.
run. So like, got some imaging of it, and they're like, well, you probably need surgery. But then got a second opinion. They're like, well, you should try PT. And I found this amazing PT person who just said, basically looked at me and was like, your glutes are weaker than a child's. They're so there's it like
You
this
had an
is like
infant
she was
ass. Is
looking at
that
me
what you
like
said,
push.
right?
She's like push. I'm like this is me pushing. I'm really trying. She's like okay, that's ridiculous. She's like I think we can get you back like running and doing stuff, but you have to start all the like drills that when we were like I'm a 90s kid, so all the things that were like drills of like strengthen this small muscle that no one's gonna see and this and this. I'm like, I don't need to do any of that. I just get up
Yeah,
and I
no,
run and
that
I
didn't
get
even
up.
exist. It was
Yeah,
like you just went and did it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
it
So
was
like,
no like, oh, let me go ahead and do this this exercise. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go
no,
do the thing that I need to go
yeah,
do. Yeah.
I'm warmed up. I'm fine. Like I'm already in shorts. We're
No,
good.
right.
And so I started doing these. So all September I didn't run. I just did these exercises, and then I was able to. I was like, oh, I can walk again. I feel fine. I just have to keep the strength up, and I'm good. So I went back into training in October, basically a month before. So I never got a full long run in. Like I did 14 was the farthest I did, and so marathon morning I'm there like, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I did 3.5 months leading up. I took a
Okay.
full month off. I did like the last basically two-ish kind of hard weeks, but I was like, I'm not gonna try and go
Okay,
20. I'm gonna hurt myself.
so you literally you started training, you got injured, you recovered, and you said 2 weeks before the marathon?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Before.
Okay, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, take us to race day. Take us to race day. This is the first. You've done some turkey trots, but
Mm-hmm.
marathon is a whole nother thing. And which marathon did you run?
I ran the inaugural Vegas marathon.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. So that was my first one, and it was a woman who runs a ton of marathons that I went to college with. She was just posting like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this one," and she's like an elite runner. So I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "I'm in. All right, I trust her. That sounds good." Haven't talked to her since college, but I trust everything she's saying.
Right.
So like there, but do all the stuff like the carb, like I'm eating bagels all the time,
Yeah.
and my legs not hurting. I have like my whole like warm up routine now. I feel like my 7-year-old dad when I'm waking up and like pushing my back up and all those things. And I get there, and basically I'm just like I've never run more than 14 miles, so I know I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen
So
the
what
next
was
part.
and when you were at the start line? Now you got there. You stretched out. You at the starting line. What were the feelings that were going through your head as you take your first couple of steps in like, oh, I'm doing this thing. Like, and
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people around me also doing it. So I'm not, at least I'm not crazy. I'm not alone.
yeah.
so,
I mean,
so
and it felt crazy up there because it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds up in Red Rock Canyon. It's just freezing cold. Everyone's wrapped up. My first one, they're like, bring clothes and like it's gonna be cold. And I'm like, yeah, I had a sweatshirt on that I was gonna get rid of, but then I was just in my shorts. I have the like, the wrapped around you, like my
the silver,
engine
like
thing
the
of the
refuge, it's
silver.
like a refugee
Yeah.
camp.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do any of my stretching because I'm freezing cold. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting for the whole beginning, and I get there and we start, and I was just so happy that we were starting to run because I was like, I'm gonna warm up. Like I'm so happy this is starting, and just like looking at the people, I'm like, this is cool. You got this, and like my big thing was I was like, are my first couple steps gonna hurt? Like, am
Mm,
I gonna feel like my hip go at all? Because if I
yeah.
feel it early, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel anything. I was like, oh my gosh, like maybe all this cold numbed my whole body out, and I'm
Right.
just gonna be good. And so once I started, I was just, marathons are rad. The sun's rising at that time. It was a late fall, almost winter marathon, and the sun's coming up, the
Yeah.
weather's pretty much perfect, and I was like, this running's dope. I love
Yeah.
running. So I was like,
Yes.
great, like here we go.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty, and what I mean by that is the mile 20 moment. That moment where every marathon for me, there's always sort of this this mental thing that happens where at a mile, at whatever, for whatever reason and whatever I'm going through, if it's the bully from 8th grade or whatever, whatever I didn't deal with, it's gonna come in front of me and I'm gonna have to deal with it because my body, my mind, body, and soul is like, why am I doing this? And why did I pay for this? I paid to put myself through this. What was that mile 20 mindset moment for you?
So mine hit, and it's pretty consistent on the marathons I've done, is mile 23.
It gets
Because
spooky.
it's just like mile 23. And in my first, I ran, so I was running fine, everything's good. Around mile like 6, I met this guy who was running, and his name was Randy, and he was like chatting with me a little bit. I wasn't really talking, but he had run, I think, 40 marathons at that time. Such a cool dude, and kind of just got me through. Like, I just paced with him for the next 18 or so miles.
Dope.
So I got, like I said, I'd only done 14. So I get past 14 miles. Okay,
Feeling
I
good.
can do 15. Great.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
great. And just expecting at any moment, I'm like, everything's going to shut down on you. This has
It's
it
coming
has
around
to.
the corner. Right, right.
I've read enough.
Right.
And then I get to, and I'm like, it's happening at mile 20. That's what everyone talks about. Like, you've
Yep.
never gone this far. Mile 20 hits, and I'm like, I'm surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm basically done. I've run 6 miles before. This is
Yeah.
great. Just finish it off. And no joke, like mile 23, as I like crossed that marker of 23, and I was like, I think my left leg's done. It's just done work. Like my left Achilles, I was like, oh boy, that's over. To where the guy who I'd been running with the whole time kind of gives a little look, and I was like, oh, no, I'm done. I'm done, man. Go ahead.
Go without me.
Save yourself. Soldiers left behind in this battle. Like, you're good. You're good. And it just felt like I was like, oh, it really comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not as though I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel a little something, like maybe if I change my form a little. It was just like, oh, that's never going away. This is a pain now that's there, and it's like this weight is now on me. And
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, listen, I ran Vegas. My last marathon was Vegas, and the wheels fell off at 23. I'm talking about the wheels fell off. I was doing 7-minute miles. I was cooking. Legs was like, we didn't train for this. I didn't run that fast the entire time I was training. And
that's wild.
My legs went out. I had these 3-inch shorts on. I almost took a shit on myself.
Yeah,
it got spooky. The last 3 miles, boy, was trouble. So let's talk about it. So you get through. What did it feel like finally crossing the line, crossing the line and get that medal? What was the feeling like?
It was like there was that moment of elation when I finished. And I was like, you did a hard thing this year. Like you did that, and you got through an injury, and you finished it. And I know there's like doubt had crept in at different times, especially when I was like barely walking. I was like, I can't believe like I'm going to fail at this. This is not like we work in an industry where failure happens so often.
Yeah.
That I was like, I'm in control of this, and I'm gonna fail. This is, I don't know if I can handle it.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Like mentally, I remember being in a bad place at a period where I was just like every day, I can't believe I'm not going to be able to do this. So then I would fight that feeling, and crossing it was like, yes, you did it. And then about 4 steps after that feeling, I was like, you can go faster.
Come on. So
like
this is the story I want to get into. Cause you got your first marathon, you crossed it, you proved it to yourself. Now let's talk about this next marathon, the last one I believe you ran, where you got a 3-hour, and what you just informed me, 3-hour in 2 seconds.
It's like
Like, I know those those 3 seconds are haunting you. Talk to me about that race and you going from this first marathon where it's like, okay, I proved it to myself that I can finish, although I after 23 it got a little tough. To then get yourself back out there, get to go for the. I know you was going for the sub 3,
100%. That was
and
it.
to fall short by 2 seconds.
I
Talk
mean,
to me. Talk to me, please.
I did that, yeah, about a month and a half ago, and there's not a morning I wake up not being like, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like talk
So
like
like,
so what did you like when you were like, because I know you were clocking it in when you like before when you got to like mile like to 26. This is 20 mile 26. And you got that
mhm.
point two. What was that? And then when you finished and got your time, tell me about that as well.
So it again, it's like mile 23 it hit. There's this
Okay.
hill. I had
Okay.
Phoenix Marathon for mile 23 this year. There's this hill, and I was running with the 3 hour pacer. So the whole time I'm in this group, the 3 hour pace group, and he's pacing us to come in at 2:59:30, which I'm like, yes, this
Yeah.
is all I
Yeah.
want. Stay in this group. And that's
Yeah.
like, that was my thing. You are going to negative split and you are going to stay in this group. That is
Yeah.
that is it. And like that was just I was telling like my wife, my mom who came and stuff, I was like, I don't know what this marathon looked like. I don't know the scenery. I was laser focused on like I'm looking forward and staying in this group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mile 23 hit and I start going up this hill and I'm losing the pack. And everything sinks
like,
in.
oh,
Everything sinks in on me of like I can't believe this is happening again. I've like run so well up to this point. Like
yeah.
nothing's hurting. I had a great training block. Like I knew I was pushing a bit beyond my limits. Like every like monitor and everything's telling me like I'm probably more like a 3 hour and 5 minute, but
Yeah.
pace. I was like, I can do this. I know I can get this sub 3. And it slows and it slows. And so about a half mile into this hill, I'm like, I'm gonna throw my water bottle. There's that moment where I'm like, do I just walk? Like everything's killing. I was like, no, just one foot in front of the other. And for the first time for me, it happened where I was like at 0.75 of mile 23, I started picking it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
conscious of it. I just was like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I
Yeah.
can go. I can go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Yes. I'm like, yes, I'm behind this group, but I know I'm coming to this downhill. So like I'm going to be able to like not catch them, but I'm like I might still be in the hunt.
Yeah.
And I come up on mile 23 and I round this hill and I'm like that group's way ahead of me. So already in my mind I'm like I think they're more than 30 seconds ahead of me. I
Yeah.
also really haven't been looking at my watch because I'm like, you're staying in this group.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
even
even
look.
don't even get, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I come around this hill and I take my first couple steps and my left hamstring cramps.
Oh,
Right? Like, I don't know if you've ever had the cramp that like it's like, oh, it's gonna cramp, and you go
yeah.
to straighten out your leg and then like it like doesn't fully, so you like kind of saved it, but your leg's janky.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It
So
start talking
I
to you. Your legs
yeah.
start talking to you. Like,
Yeah,
what
it
we
all cramped
are we
up. I'm
done
like,
yet?
oh, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I won't be able to do anything. I save it. I was like, but I can't fully bend my leg up to get this downhill. So I'm starting to short step kind of as hard as I can
Yeah,
down. But by that point, I watched them round, and in my head, I'm just like, there. That's more than 30 seconds. I'm not. I'm at a 3:01 right now. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm way out. I'm also. I was like, everything's starting to hurt. I'm like, I don't know if my monitors are right, but they're like, you're basically at like heart attack level. This isn't great. This isn't great. And I'm feeling it. So like that's where it is. So the last 2 miles I'm like downhill. So I'm like able to like be okay and short step it down and I'm like doing fine. The next two are like it's one of those, where you like come down this hill, the finish line is right in front of you, but you have to go right and circle this big loop back and then go to the finish line.
Yeah.
which I hate seeing the finish line and not
Yo,
being like, I get to run
listen,
to that. I'm
listen.
like,
LA is like that, and you see it like at
mm-hmm,
mile 20, you see the finish line or something like that, and you be like, yo, nah, man.
no. Yeah, and all those people are finishing, and you're like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
So I'm
yeah, and it's
watching
like,
all, and so I cut right, and I'm going, but I'm feeling it. I was like, I can't. I really felt breathing so hard that I'm like, I'm gonna hurt myself. It was like, I was like, I got little kids. I can't like. It's
can't
not. It's
die on it.
important to you, but this isn't.
Right.
And I was like, and you're not. You're not there. You're not. You're at least 30 seconds, if not a minute behind. Right. I
Right,
watched
right.
the pacer. The pacer runs by me going towards the finish line, and he's like, "Let's go, you got it."
When
But
you
I'm like,
see the
"No, I
pacer
don't."
on, oh,
Yeah,
that sucks.
because he was like right there, and I was about to turn. So I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it." And I come around the corner, and at this point, I'm pretty delirious and everything. I'm like losing all my stuff. Like my muscles are clearly cramping, so everything, my shoulders going out, everything's going. And I round that corner in, and I see the clock is still in the 250. It's
Oh, okay.
256. So I'm
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh, but in my head I was like, oh, there's no way I'm crossing this in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But I'm so delirious that I'm not thinking like, yeah, but you didn't start right on zero,
Right.
idiot. You
Right.
have leeway. But no, I'm too delirious at that point. So I just run as hard as I could in that moment. But I cross, I get the time, which at the time was 3 hours and 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
There, it got later, it like post dated too. They were like, "Oh, you actually ran it 3 hour and
And
2 seconds." I was
302.
like,
Oh,
"Why
wait,
even
wait,
tell
wait,
me? This
wait.
is
Right.
worse information." So I cross, and I'm just like, "No, I was that close. No, no, no. I definitely had a heart attack. Would have been worth that. A heart attack not worth me running a 3 hour and 29 second marathon. A 2:59:59. Yes, that would have
Yeah.
been." I was just like, I can't believe this. And then like, and all this is happening while my body's fully shutting down. Like I ended up like 3 days later going to the hospital because I'm like, my chest is really hurting. I just go in there like, oh yeah, you're like crazy dehydrated. I like rhabdo, so like my muscles were all breaking down. It was
My
fine.
God.
I just had to drink a lot of fluids.
Okay, okay.
But it was, I'm like back running now. But it was like, I was like, I can't believe this happened. And now with like 3 seconds, I'm like, I definitely had that somewhere along the line. All those seconds I had
No, I
and
know you
lost.
well enough that you would have dove. Oh, like fully died. Like I already know you. I know you. I know you. If you, oh man, that sucks. That's
Thank you. And it's like
that,
so few people really understand that it's like that I'm not even happy.
I know. Like, listen. I was going for I was going for my sub 3 in Vegas, and that's what I was on pace. I was cooking at 23, and I finished. I got like a 3:30, which was this was the first marathon that I ever even wanted to PR. I've always ran with people. I've always um ran the first 20 miles with like first time runners, and then I leave them after mile
Yeah.
20. So I never cared about time. And this is the first time I did. And when I finished, I started crying because I was like, yo, like I didn't, everybody like, oh, you did 3:30. And I was just like, nah, man, this ain't what I do. Like, this ain't what I came, this is not what I came to do. So like I said, my training, I got injured and it was a rough one. So me getting to 3:30 was a surprise because I never ran that fast in training just because I was injured. So 2 seconds?
And it's that feeling of like, I
If I didn't look at my
do this
watch, if I
again.
didn't tie my shoes, like I could
Yeah.
like if I didn't grab that water at the water station, like 2 seconds, yo. If I
There's
didn't talk,
one part in that race where like I ran with my water bottle, like conscious decision for me this time. I never have done it before.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'd done all my training. I do it all alone. I don't have places to put water. So I'm like, I have a water bottle with me.
yeah,
I was like, I've been training at these paces with a water bottle. I'm just going to do it.
yeah.
I mapped it out. I clearly didn't have enough fluid because my whole body cramped up on me, but I went to get water on one and it got like bottled up. And I keep thinking, I'm like, if you just didn't go for that, because I didn't even get the water. I didn't even get it. I didn't get any water. It didn't give me any hydration. I didn't dump it on my body. It did nothing beneficial but lose my time. I was like, all I needed to do was not veer for that. And like, I didn't, and just, yeah, it's every day. And it's
I
just
already
that
know.
weight of like, I'm like, my next marathon, I'm like, this isn't going to be fun now until I
I
prep.
already know.
And then I'll
The,
have fun.
yeah. No. Say, listen. I'm planning. I'm running Barcelona in March, and I'm going for the sub 3 again. I'm going for it, and because I'm running Sydney in August, and I intend to just cruise Sydney. I want to have
See
fun.
that. Yeah.
I want to
I
have
can't believe
fun. I
you
want to
got
look
Sydney
around and
tagged.
see. I want to see Sydney. Cause when you're going for them subs, man, you be so locked in. You don't. I'm not paying attention to nothing
Nothing.
around me. I'm locked in and just step by step. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my next question is what would be the biggest tip you would give to someone running their first marathon?
I feel like it's what everyone says, but like, look at you, figure out your form,
Mm,
or you're going to get hurt. And don't think about speed or any of that stuff. Figure out like what your ideal cadence should be and find a form that does that. That's what changed my game from my first two to the Phoenix, where I was very close. Was that
mm,
I fully changed like the way I ran, and that stopped the injuries and let me go further and faster than I thought I could. That's that's the one. And I always, this is the one I say to people. I was like, you have to like running. You don't have to be good at running. You don't
yeah.
have to um want to go fast. Like running is just awesome if you like it. If you like running, you'll like running a marathon because you just
Hmm.
get to run a lot.
Yeah.
And especially if you live like where we live, like I get to run at the best spots in the world. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
listen, I travel the world and run, man. Like
yeah.
anytime that I'm doing a project or I'm in any, I love running in different countries, and that's
Mm-hmm.
by far better than even walking for me. Like I like to run every city that I'm in. That's how I kind of get to know the place. It's far better than driving, of course, because you
Yes.
miss so much. Where
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, and just the therapeutic side of running as far as having these internal conversations. It's no other sort of activity that, although you may be running from a destination, you can't run from yourself while you're running.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is essential to finding joy in the running as well. So all right, let's go into the last segment of the interview, which is the knees out speed questions.
Okay. Yes.
I got my crew, the Knees Out Coalition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one word answers. Knees out means yes, and knees in means no. All right. So
All right.
did you ever think about quitting during training but still showed up for yourself?
Knees in,
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Do you believe everyone has a marathon in them?
knees out,
Okay. All right. Is a marathon more mental or physical?
knees out.
Okay. All right. Would you all right, would you run an ultra marathon? Yeah, that got you thinking, got you thinking. I got we'll talk about that
That
later. We'll
makes
talk
me
about
think.
that after you get to sub 3. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. All right. So lastly, do you believe running can change a person more above the run? Do you believe that running can change someone beyond the miles? Beautiful, beautiful, man. Thank you, brother Ryan. Man, listen, thank you for sharing your story, man. And I know you're gonna get that sub 3. In those 2 seconds, I feel like I need to make you a T-shirt that says "I need those 2 seconds back." Okay.
So bad. I need
I need
it.
those two
Please do.
seconds
I'll
back.
wear it
I
every day. I'll be
need
like,
though. I
look.
need those. I need the two. I just
Uh,
need the two. Well, listen, y'all. This is another episode of Mal 20 Mindset. Please follow and subscribe. Peace, y'all.